Hello, welcome. I'm Courtney. Today we're going to practice a very slow flow. We'll start standing, step to the top of your mat, and just take a moment to roll your shoulders, set up your feet so they're about hips width distance, and start to check in with your body. So practice today will work on mobilizing the hips, the low back, neck, and shoulders. Gradually settle, let your shoulders release away from your ears. Close your eyes and just take a few slow, deep breaths. And as you do so, set a personal intention for your practice today. And we'll have a group intention of just being okay with where we are, where we're showing up on our mats. So no judgment during practice. Now, the next time that you breathe in, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge and fold over your legs. Pause here a moment, bend your knees a bit, just nod your head yes, shake your head no. In practice today, I want you guys to really focus on exploring your own movement. So if something feels better that I'm not doing, or you just want to try something, feel free to go for it. Everybody feels yoga differently. So once you release your low back a bit, plant your hands, step your right foot to the back of your mat, set your knee down, and just take a moment here, pause, breathe, move a little bit. For me, it feels good to kind of wiggle the hips a little bit here, getting deeper into the hip flexors. Then when you're ready, on an exhalation, step back into down dog, pedal out your feet. Just continue those little movements, exploring your body and what feels beneficial today. Now, with an in-breath, we'll shift forward into plank pose. We're going to do a lot of belly back bends today. They're a little bit better for the nervous system. Option as you hold your plank to set your knees down to the ground or keep them lifted. Push the floor away, create a little bit of rounding through your upper back. Then when you're ready, shift forward onto your toes, exhale and lower all the way down. With an in-breath, lift into just a low cobra. Pause here and maybe explore turning your head side to side, kind of tilting, lengthening out those side neck muscles. With an exhalation, push yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward. Inhale, bring that right foot through. Set your left knee down. And same thing on this side. Maybe wiggle your hips. Move in any way that feels good for your body. And then after another breath, step that left foot forward. Exhale, fold. With an in-breath, come up to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands together at heart center. We'll move a tiny bit faster this round. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, step your left foot back, knee on the floor. A little bit of lift of the chest. Exhale, step back to down dog. So these are a version of Surya Namaskar C. Inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, back to that low cobra. So we're working the spinal muscles. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With an in-breath, bring your left foot through, right knee down, low lunge. Exhale, step right foot forward, fold over your legs. Inhale all the way up to stand, circle arms. Exhale, hands back to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, lead with an open heart as you fold. Hands come down and they stay there. Inhale, step right foot back, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, step back downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, shift forward, bend elbows all the way to the ground. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, push back for down dog. With an in-breath, bring your right foot through, left knee down. Exhale, step left foot forward, fold. Let your head be heavy. Inhale, come up, long spine as you rise. Exhale, return to your center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant your hands. Inhale, left foot back, knee down. We're opening up the hip flexors. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, plank. As slowly as you can, exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. With your in-breath, bring your left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms overhead. Exhale, find center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down. Inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Resist gravity. Exhale, slowly lower to the floor. Inhale for that baby cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, bring your right foot forward, left knee down. Oh, I'm sorry, keep that left knee lifted this time. So we add on here, come up to your fingertips, try to reach your chest forward, long spine. And take another deep breath, notice where you're feeling this. And as you exhale, straighten out your right leg, shift your hips back. Inhale, bend your knee, come forward. Exhale, straight leg, shift back. Again, so working on opening up the hip flexors as well as the hamstrings, the back of that right leg. Exhale, shift back. Maybe you curl the toes back. Hold here. Try to keep your hips squared toward the front of your mat. Deep breath. Maybe go a little bit deeper. And then next inhalation, rebend that knee. Bring your hands inside of your foot. Heel toe the right foot out a few inches. Set your left knee down. As you breathe in, reach your right hand to sky. Exhale, sweep the hand down and across. Try to touch your left knee. Inhale, reach up, chest open. Exhale, sweep it down and across. Good. We'll do that again. This is such a wonderful movement. Wonderful movement for the hip flexors and the shoulders. Now inhale, reach that right hand to sky. Pause. Let your hip shift forward as you roll that right shoulder back. Deep, deep breath. And then bring your right hand back down. Option to keep your elbows straight. Or maybe bend your elbows lower to your forearms. Let's try to get to a place where you feel discomfort, but you don't feel pain. And then as you hold here, notice if any judgment comes up. And after another breath, if you have folded, lift yourself back up. Heel toe that right foot over to the left side of your mat. Try to keep your right shin bone somewhat parallel to the front edge of your mat. Just do your best on that. Inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, fold over that right leg. So we're coming into a pigeon pose. Notice that my back toes are curled, and I'm kind of pushing into the mat with my left foot to push my left hip more forward. So in pigeon, we want to try to keep the low back flat and keep the hips kind of squared toward the front of the mat. Deep breath. And then lift yourself up. Take your time, step back to down dog. Walk it out. Nod yes, shake no. And from here, take little steps of your feet forward. So as you're walking to the top of your mat, you're stretching out the backs of your legs. Then catch hold of your calves. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, use your arms to gently pull your chest toward your thighs. Head heavy, little bit of rounding in the back. Feel free to bend your knees. And from here, release the calves. Inhale, come up to stand. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, lead with heart fold. Inhale, now it's the left foot that we step back. Come into that low lunge. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly. Inhale for that belly back bend, low cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. With an in-breath, bring your left foot forward and keep your right knee lifted. This time, come up onto your fingertips. Hold your lunge a few deep breaths, chest forward, shoulders away from ears. Then with your next exhalation, push your hips back, try to straighten out your left leg. Inhale, rebend, shift forward. Exhale, push back. Do that a couple times. Let your breathing guide your movement and be really aware of what you're feeling in your body here. Left side hamstrings and maybe right side hip flexors. Now the next time you straighten out that left leg, hold, draw your left hip back, push your right hip forward, then rebend the left knee, hands inside of that foot, heel toe the foot out a few inches, set the right knee down. Inhale, reach your left hand to sky. Exhale, sweep your hand down and across, try to tap that right knee. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sweep down and across. Once more with breath. Then on your next inhalation, left hand to sky, hold here. Keep pressing the hips forward as you roll that left chest and shoulder back. Then next exhalation, set your hand down. Option to stay, or option to fold inside of that left foot. Again, find a place that feels uncomfortable and notice your mind, notice your thoughts, notice any judgments. We are all different. Everybody has a different body. So our yoga practices look different. When you feel ready, lift yourself back up. Heel toe the left foot over to the right side of your mat. Then set the shin bone down. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, start to fold over that left leg. And again, keep the right toes curled. Push that right hip a little bit forward so your pelvis remains fairly neutral. And breathe into that outer hip, letting go of tension and letting go of any self-criticism that comes up. Now, next breath in, lift yourself up. Exhale, step back to down dog and take a moment to adjust. And when ready, tiny steps of your feet forward, walk to the top of your mat, feet about hips width distance. This time, take your first and second fingers around your big toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, gently pull your chest toward your thighs. Just let your head be heavy. Let your shoulders relax. Big stretch for the hamstrings. And release your big toes. Heel toe your feet together if possible and crouch down into a squat. Heels can lift for this squat. Now you can keep your hands on the ground, or for balance, bring your hands together at heart center. Separate your knees apart. If your hands are lifted, reach them forward as far as you can. Start to drop your chest through your inner thighs. So big stretch for the inner thigh muscles, the adductors. Then with control, lower down to your sitting bones. Keep that same position. You don't have to turn. You can turn if you want to a little bit. But knees wide apart, soles of feet together. Grip the fronts of your ankles. Shoulders back. Then roll one ear to one shoulder and just hold there. At the same time, keep pulling the shoulders down and back away from the ears. Then roll your chin toward your chest and take that the opposite direction. So roll toward the other ear, shoulders back and down. Big stretch for the sides of the neck. And roll your chin back toward your chest. Take a breath in, lift your chest, and as you exhale, lean forward and fold. So again, this idea of no judgment in your practice. For me, this is one of the poses where I feel like I can't go anywhere. And that brings up a lot of self-judgment, especially as a teacher. I feel like I should be able to lay my chest on my feet, but I can't. And that's okay. That's not the way that my body works. So it's okay wherever you ended up in that posture. When you're ready, gently lift yourself up. Bring your knees together. Lower yourself down onto your back. And we'll take a reclining twist. Right thigh over left thigh. Reach your right arm out to the side. Drop your knees to your left. And take 2 to 4 slow, deep abdominal breaths. So try to move the breath downward into your belly. And with your next inhalation, bring your legs to center, unwind, and cross the opposite way. Left thigh on top, reach your left arm out, exhale, drop your knees to the right, and take 2 to 4 slow, deep abdominal breaths. And slowly unwind, uncross your legs, hug your knees in, Apanasana. Make any last adjustments that you need. Then come to lie down for Savasana. If it's comfortable for you, turn your palms to face upward. Just open to receiving any blessings that the universe has for you right now. When you're ready, take a deeper breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. And perhaps stretch your arms over your head. And bring your knees to your chest. Take your time to come up to seated. And as you arrive seated, eyes closed, bring your palms together. We'll take hands to forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. We send this energy out to all beings. Namaste.